Hi all. Now we are going to discuss on the general terminologies used in the case of a waveform. So here we are considering a sinusoidal waveform. The first thing which we are going to discuss is the instantaneous value. Instantaneous value. Instantaneous value of an alternating quantity is nothing but the value at any instant of time. That is, now we can see that this is nothing but a sinusoidal waveform. At this particular instant, what is the value of the voltage? At this particular instant, what is the value of voltage? At this particular instant, what is the value of voltage? At this particular instant, what is the value of voltage? So this is nothing but the instantaneous value. Generally, it is represented in the case of small letters E for the voltage, small v for the voltage, and I for the current. So in the earlier case also we have written that E is nothing but Em sin omega t, where this E is nothing but small e is nothing but your instantaneous value, substituting different values of theta, which is omega t. When omega t is 0, E is 0. And when omega t is 90 degrees, it will be sin omega t will be 1 and therefore E will be equal to Em. This is nothing but the maximum value. Next parameter which we are going to discuss is cycle. Cycle is nothing but one complete set of positive and negative values of an alternating quantity, which repeat at regular intervals. One complete set of positive and negative. So this is a positive half cycle. This is a negative half cycle. Complete set of positive and negative values of an alternating quantity, which is going to repeat at regular intervals of time. So this is one particular set, and that is again repeated again. So this is the nothing but a cycle. This is one cycle. Now the third one is time period. It is represented in capital T. It is duration in seconds of one cycle of an alternating quantity. Duration in seconds. So this is capital T. That is nothing but the duration in seconds of one particular cycle of an alternating quantity is known as the time period T. Now the next one is the frequency. It is represented by small f. It is nothing but the number of cycles per second. It is nothing but the number of cycles per second. And the unit of frequency is hertz, represented by capital H, small z. And f is nothing but 1 divided by t. That is inverse of your time period, you will get the frequency. Next parameter is amplitude or peak value. So it is nothing but the maximum value. It can be positive or negative, which an alternating quantity attains during one complete cycle. That is, this is one cycle which is getting repeated. During that particular cycle, the one which attains the maximum value, it can be positive or negative. And this is nothing but the peak value or the amplitude of that particular waveform. It is also known as the maximum value. So in our equation, E is nothing but Em sin omega t. When omega t is 90, E is nothing but Em. So this is nothing but your maximum value or the peak value, or also known as the amplitude. Generally, it is represented in capital letters V, E, I. So voltage can be represented in V or capital E. Current is represented as I. Now we will say whatever we were discussing was a sinusoidal waveform. It need not be always a sinusoidal waveform. you can have a waveform like this. Now for this particular waveform, you can mark all the parameters. This is one cycle. Here this is the time period t. So this will be 2t. Like that it will be repeating. This is your maximum value. And these are nothing but the instantaneous values of your voltage. So this time period is nothing in seconds. It can be milliseconds, or it can be microseconds, whatever it may be. And frequency is nothing but 1 by t. That will be in hertz. Similar way we can also, this is again an alternating quantity which is repeating at regular intervals of time. So this is one cycle, this is second cycle, this is third cycle, like that it is repeating. Even though I have drawn it little smaller in the waveform, it's the same waveform which is repeating at regular intervals of time. So this is your peak value. These are the instantaneous values. This is the time period, and the frequency is nothing but 1 by t. Now this is nothing but a waveform. This is one complete cycle, that is a positive part and it has a negative part. Now I can control this particular voltage. Now at this instant the voltage is 0. I am increasing the voltage. Now this particular value is known as the peak value. So this is the peak value. When I am increasing the magnitude, the peak value increases. So now you can see it over here, it is 10.1 volt. Now it is 11.8 volt. Now it is 12 volt. So that is the peak value. Now we will see the time period. So this is one time period. Here it is present, it is 25 millisecond. Why? It is a 40 hertz. So 1 by 25 is nothing, 25 millisecond is nothing but 40 hertz. Now I am trying to increase the frequency. So frequency, you can just imagine that the number of cycles which is coming in a particular second. Now I am increasing the frequency. See, when I am increasing the frequency, the time period reduces over here. Now it is 90 hertz. Again I am increasing. So the number of cycles per second is increasing. So now we can say that this frequency is very high. A high frequency signal. And this is a low frequency signal. And when frequency is 0, then obviously there is no output waveform. So this is nothing but the time period. This is t, this is 2t, this is 3t, this is 4t, like that it goes. The peak value, I can increase or decrease, and this represents the peak value maximum value. Then we will have another term which is known as the RMS value, which we can observe it here, which I am going to explain it in the coming lectures. So we can just observe it, the RMS values. So whenever an alternating voltage or current is given to you, it can be expressed either as an instantaneous values, as a peak value, or as an RMS value. Basically, we are trying to express these as the RMS or the effective values, and it is based on the heating effect of a particular circuit. Therefore, now we will see what is meant by an RMS value. RMS value of an alternating quantity is defined as that equivalent steady direct current which when flowing through a given resistance. So I am having a resistance here through which I am applying a DC supply for a certain period of time. Now for the same resistance, I am going to apply an alternating current for the same period of time t. So I have a DC source, I have an AC source, and I am having two resistances of same values. I am applying the DC to this resistance for the time period t. I am applying this AC to this resistance for the time period t. So RMS value of an alternating quantity is nothing but that equivalent steady direct current which, when flowing through this resistance for a given time period, produces the same amount of heat energy as produced by an alternating quantity when flowing through the same resistance for the same period of time. So we are just relating an alternating quantity to a DC quantity in terms of the amount of heat that is being generated through a resistance which is same in both the cases. So that is the root mean square value. So there are different techniques through which we can find out the RMS value. This RMS value is also known as effective value. This is also known as effective value. And this RMS value or the effective value, it can also be found out through two methods. One is known as the mid-ordinate method. It is also known as a graphical method. And the other one is the analytical method. It is also known as an integral method. So in the next lecture, we will see how we can find out the RMS value using mid-ordinate method and the analytical method. Thank you.